Hey folks, down here in Texas this week for my daughter's wedding, and I thought I'd do a short video on terrorism. You know, one of the things that is certainly in the news lately is the Ebola outbreak in Africa. And of course here in Texas there are some people in Dallas who have it. You know, bioterrorism is something that I have been concerned about for many years, and I think that it is what I would call a low probability, high impact threat. In other words, it's not likely to occur, but if it does, then of course it would be very high impact. At a conference I attended in Tucson back in May, there was an expert there, a retired colonel who now works with CDC and other organizations on a daily basis on bioterrorism. You know, bioterrorism, I think one of the reasons that we haven't seen it more often is probably because once bioterrorism organisms are out of Pandora's box, so to speak, then it's very hard to control. And so, you know, it could backfire on a terrorist organization and perhaps wipe out a large part of their support population. So I think that's one of the reasons that we haven't seen it used more often than it has been. One of the things that this retired colonel mentioned in his briefing is that, you know, biohazards, microorganisms that have very short periods of incubation are more easily detected. The ones that they really worry about are bioterrorism organisms that have a very long incubation period, because with these you could become infected, come to the United States, disappear into the general population, and then after a period of months you know, infect quite a few people before anybody realized what was occurring. That is a scary scenario, and is certainly something that could occur. Take five infected people, 5 different airports, they get off the plane, you know, 3-4 months later, there's an outbreak. How do you find patient 0? You're not likely to. In fact, in some scenarios, then those people would probably be dead already. One of the things that the Ebola outbreak here in the States has brought to my attention as well is that preparation for that disease here in the States seems to be lacking. Of course, as we all know, you can't prepare for everything all the time. And so, you know, Ebola was not likely to occur here, and so, you know, mechanisms to deal with that challenge are not readily available at most hospitals. This is something that, of course, from the terrorist point of view, is something that they would be looking for to maximize their own, you know, ill effects on a population. Just a few things I wanted to say, and I appreciate the time, and thank you very much.